Hi
What
guys.
what up, y'all? Another day, another
Right.
Wednesday. Beautiful day in paradise.
Yeah, hopefully
Um,
Tracy, make sure you hug Ma for me if you're still able to listen.
hmm That's good, Terrence. I'm glad to hear everything's good. Yeah, Tracy, actually, absolutely. Prayers for mom.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Hello, Bomb. How are you, beautiful? I can't see. Does Bomb have her wrench in here? Because I thought I gave her one. Oh, and I forgot to do
Yeah,
uh
mom has a
okay.
wrench.
I forgot to give out wrenches last week. There was two people, Angie and I had it written down, but it was Angie and one other person I was supposed to do. So I was
Donnie,
yes, yep, I think it was Donnie, yep. So I'll have to I love you too, Bomb.
what's up, Bryden?
I'll have to do it after stream.
Let me scroll up here. I was number
Um,
one on the like. I know who number two was, but
Hi
I'm not gonna
Penny.
mention that. Just we know you're watching. Just feel better, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yeah, the YouTube has been kind of crazy with their notifying people of a lot of live streams lately. Like a lot of people have been saying that they
hmm
for whatever reason they're just not getting their notifications even if they hit the notification, like the bell in that pre put up stream or whatever. I did it twice on like a couple of catch premieres, and I never got notified. I'm like, and now I have a habit of going back and looking to see if the bell is still lit up, like make sure
hmm
that it is actually hit, because it's like, I mean, for some reason when you exit off of there, it genuinely friggin' goes off. It's like, the hell.
What's up, Pterodactyl?
Um,
Wrestler's mom,
Hey, Russell's
Dragonfly,
mom.
Terrence,
Let's see. He got
Penny,
dates and concert plans. Still.
Joe, Billado.
I will
Uh,
definitely call you tomorrow, Miss Penny. Thank you, honey. Hey,
it's only
Joe.
it's only let me scroll up so far,
I know.
but
That's how it is in my
I know
phone.
who number one and number two was. That's all that matters. So,
Right. Yeah, because I was going to say I did see those when I first came in here.
hmm
So thank you to you guys, too, for popping in. And hello, Miss Lala, if you're still in here. I
Oh
know
yeah,
you got
Lala
meetings.
too.
Yeah,
Yep, she said she had meetings or something. Yep.
yeah, yeah, she'll usually like pop in and out when she's got meetings and stuff. But at
hmm
least now she'll know that we said hi to her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Jane, Tracy, I already said hi to. Tara, Terrence, um, Bryden.
Yeah, I'm fixing my internet. So if I were to cut out, that's what it would be. I'm trying to upgrade my modem here. I'm only pushing out like 200, and when I run the speed test, 280 megabits per second. I'm trying to get the modem that's more like 400.
Yep.
Um, so I was having
Yeah,
some issues yesterday because I disconnected some stuff.
my
So what?
Wi-Fi has been weird lately too for some reason. Like the other night, out of nowhere, everything like my Wi-Fi just shut off, and I'm like, I just paid my bill. Like, what do you mean?
Yep. What's
So
up, Matt?
I had to like go in and have them do the like troubleshoot it or whatever to get it back on. I was like, okay. But I ended up just like unplugging it and then plugging it back in and giving it time. And hey, Tom with the drinks. Hey, honey. Hey,
Um,
Nanette.
Joe, we do, but I don't know if Jules wants to talk to you on Instagram before we do that. What do you think, Jules?
Yeah. What? Well, yeah. You can send me a message on IG, Joe. Who else was I gonna say hi to? Oh,
Yeah,
hey, Christopher Way.
Sorry, guys. I just coughed into the microphone. I forgot.
You're good. Congratulations on being in recovery for a year. Let's see, February 2021. Good for you. That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
What's up, Vlad?
Vlad, hello. How's all your projects coming at work?
Hey, Joan. What's going on with you?
Hey, Joan. Oh, Joan, I was looking to see if you had an Instagram at all. I don't think I have you unless it's under a different name, but I was looking for you.
I thought I saw her in my recommendeds, but I could be wrong. I see a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I know. I know. I
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing. I'm like, oh, like this has got to be somebody I know. But like now, I have genuinely gotten like requests from random people that like they follow people that are on my friends list, and so I just automatically assume, I must maybe know them or something. So I
Mm-hmm.
accept it, and then it turns out to be some weirdo, and I'm like.
Mm.
They like message me and say like weird shit. Hello, beautiful Irene.
Uh,
Um,
mm.
so they
Okay.
message me, they message me some weird shit, and I'm like, bro, like, where did you even come from? Like, what? They're like, how are you, beautiful? Like, okay, guy. Let's see. Recovery is like a modern day road trip without GPS or a map. True story. Keep working it. I'm clean from opiates for 3 years now. Congrats to you. Nice, Jackson. Congratulations. That's awesome. I actually will have my 9 years August 26th. So yeah, it's definitely like a hard road for sure, but so
Mm-hmm.
worth it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Sean. Jay, so there's a little 3-year-old boy missing out near us in Lowell. He's been missing since yesterday, and the Lowell Police Department was actually looking for any extra hands that can. Okay, thank you, Joe. Looking for any extra hands from people that can come, well, eyes to come help look. So, Jay's going there to help look. And I told him like what he should do is go live and ask other people for help. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
we need people out there looking. Like it's a 3-year-old boy. I mean,
Absolutely.
need to find him. So
Yeah.
um, I just thought about it because I just seen Jay went live. Um, so I'm like, thank God. I hope he'll be able to like get some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brian, he's there looking for the little boy, so he's live just letting people know. So anybody who's within the area or can get there, I mean, if you can help look, great. That's terrifying, completely gut-wrenching to have a 3-year-old, I mean any child, obviously,
Yeah.
but a
Yeah.
3-year-old little boy, like he's not old enough to be able to even navigate his way. Like he might remember what the outside of a house looks like, and say, hey, I've been to this house before, but he can't say, oh, my grandma's address is, or I live at, um it's terrifying, and to wonder,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
oh,
Absolutely. I got to look up the statistics on that. How many minors go missing per day? That's something I've never looked into, you know.
right.
That's a shame. You know, when was the date that they first noticed the child was missing?
So yesterday he was reported. I haven't read the whole thing, but it has been on the news almost the entire time. So I mean, it's super sad, but it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know even if maybe like his, I just don't know for sure, like all the background on it, but, um, I'm looking up the statistics right now.
Joe
But
said
yeah,
he messaged you on IG, so you can't check it
okay.
now, right? Because you're on the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if it will show me some of the message through my notifications so I don't click out,
Okay.
click out. Let's see. One
Yeah,
second.
Joe. If we don't know a name like down pat, like if it's Nat, we'll bring her up, or somebody that we really know. But if it's somebody we don't know, we just try to screen them. That way, people don't come up and porn bomb us and nothing crazy like that. But we're more than happy to have anybody come up um,
Yeah,
and
I
speak
mean,
positive
we
stuff.
had Joe up before. Um,
Joe's been up here.
yeah,
Does he have a
he's the
different
one.
name now?
No, well, maybe it's different on the YouTube because now he put his actual name, I think.
Oh,
But he was
my
the
bad.
one that Jay caught his cousin.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, then shit. We don't need no Instagram verification shit. Yeah. You could definitely come up here. Absolutely.
I
Shit,
know.
I feel like an idiot now.
Oh, it's all right. I was just curious, like, seeing what he let me see. Hold on, let me get the link for you,
What's up,
Joe.
Irish?
Um, all right, let's see.
Yeah.
All right, there you go, Joe. Stuff sticks. You might have to watch and for when he pops in because I'm typing.
Oh yeah. I'll bring him up if he can pop up. Yeah. Hmm.
Children. And you said what per day?
Yeah. What's up, Jackson? All right, we have a guest. Let's see what we got. We got Joe in the building.
Joe was in the his
Hey
house.
guys.
What's going on, bud? My bad. Sorry about that.
That's all right. No, I was like, wait, you don't remember me?
No, I mean, this is our 19th episode, so it's,
Wow.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So yeah, I've been really busy, like super busy. I've been
Yeah.
having catch after catch after catch. Um, also been getting emails from my producers and stuff too. But like I said, been very busy. Going on tour very soon.
Mm,
July 18th, I start my tour
Nice. Good for
for my
you.
music. For my music.
Yeah.
So July 18th, I'm actually going to a music festival. Not sure if you ever heard of it, by Coast to Coast, where you
Really?
can actually go and compete for $50,000 and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
I've been
mm-hmm.
selected out of 57 people in Massachusetts to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
but I've also
Nice.
been busy with catches and stuff. I'm actually going to be heading out to Lowell in about an hour to help search for the little boy.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
good. You are gonna go.
Yes.
Good.
So my girl actually lives out there, and
Yeah.
she had told me about this and stuff, and she said, "I know what you do with predator catching and stuff. It'd be great if you could go out." I'm like, "Of course, I'd go out there." It's a little
Yeah.
kid. He's only 3 years old.
Right. Yeah. That's what Jay was doing this morning. He's
Yeah, I
like,
actually just saw him on live and stuff. I told him I'd be out there very soon.
yeah. Yeah. He
Like
texted me this morning and
a
he's
lot
like,
of
I
predator
think I'm
catch,
gonna
a
go
lot of
look.
people, a lot of predator catchers are actually going out there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. I mean, it needs to happen. I mean, that's why I said, like, I mean, anybody, who has a platform, go there and, put it out there. Like, go live, let people know that y'all are looking. You could use help. Like, this kid needs to be found. It's sad. It's so sad. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
like,
Jay's
and that,
wife.
to know,
Mm-hmm.
like, when they cut off the search last night, it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm a mom. I'm like, he's 3. It's nighttime. It's dark. It's scary. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
So I did
that was
interview
my,
some people out. So I did interview some people out in Lowell the other day, uh, because a lot of people were talking about it and stuff, and then they put it out there. And then when Jay shared, it, I'm like, wait, that's what people were talking to me about. Like, and then so I talked to the little boy's family, and they said the last time they saw him was like that morning and stuff, uh, and that's it. They didn't say anything else, and like he probably wandered off because he was scared or something.
right.
But I was trying to get some information, but like everyone was just like basically crying and stuff. So I basically comforted them and stuff, and You know, it's like it's sad that like if anybody would actually take a little kid like that, they're sick. They're just
Right.
sick minded.
Yep.
Like as many people as we can get to find this little boy to get him, bring him home safely. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you know, like
Absolutely.
my kids, I will not let them go off. Like if they wandered off and stuff, I'd search just like everybody else is.
Right. Wrestler's mom, so like they have a I guess limitations as to what time they can be searching till. So sadly it's like some places it's like 9 p.m. Some place like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it gets so dark they
but in
can't
this case,
see.
honestly, but in this case, everyone's been doing it for like hours and hours. Like
Yeah,
they're
like
not giving up.
there's been actual like people, you know, like
Yep.
civilians out there, but like police departments and stuff that have like the resources, they're throughout the night they are very limited, and
Yeah.
can't, you know, so and it depends on the situation behind it. Like, you know, they literally look at like how many days has this person been missing, you know, like stupid stuff like
Yeah.
that before they'll agree on what resources need to be used to help aid them in it. And
Yep.
I mean it's ridiculous. It sucks. And
So
I
we
think they should have groups or you know, with some type of law enforcement
So I'm not
that
sure if anyone saw the picture of the little boy, but
yeah,
law enforcement, whoever is looking for the little boy, if anybody else like has any info or has seen him before we do, they're asked to contact local police or contact us so we can actually, you know, help
right.
the police find him
Yeah.
and stuff. Because like so somebody told me the other this morning about it, and they said that they had spotted a little boy like him, and I'm just like, well, where was the area? I went to the area, and it was like if people have real information, bring it to us. Just don't like make us don't sign us on a wild goose chase if like if they're not. If you didn't actually see him, or like if you said that you've seen something like that,
Yep.
like don't give us false information to the point that you know we're just going wild goose chase and we're like farther away of getting him, finding
Right.
him.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna have valid information, make sure it's like you have proof or like that, so we're not going out, you know, away from where he was last seen. Like we don't
Right.
want to like we want to rescue him and like bring him home, but we also don't want to be sent on like 50,000 miles if it's not true, like going out of our
Right.
way,
Yep.
especially with
Yeah, Tara. So yeah, what they do is they keep a map of Lowell, like out say on the hood of the car or whatever, and they pinpoint where the kid went missing. And they start within a certain amount of perimeters, you know,
the other
say
radius. Yep,
50 miles,
because
you know, whatever. And they
Jay was just
start
there too.
there and then they just expand outward. You know what I'm saying? So they start small to look and then they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
It's basically depends on the radius too. Like
Right.
where he was, there's about a 25-mile radius, and and if there's other tips and stuff, like people will take it, but
Right.
they're not trying to go past like 30-mile radius because it could, you know, we never know what's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeff and Penny. I appreciate that. And I'll check in with Jay after the live and just see, you know,
So you
how.
guys all live near Lowell area?
Well, we're in like Leominster, Fitchburg. Like we're pretty
Okay,
close. Yeah.
because I actually just moved from Worcester. I actually moved out of Worcester. I'm actually at a friend's house right now, like
Hmm.
getting stuff ready to go out. But I
Hmm.
actually moved to I'm not sure if you heard of it, Franklin.
Yep.
It's right over there, like near, not really near it, but I travel all over the place for work and all the stuff I do. So like I'm always traveling. I never get to stop.
Right.
I never stop.
Yep.
So when Jay was in Florida, I was actually in Tampa, Florida. So I was trying to do a catch him, but like obviously like he was so busy. I thought he was on vacation. So I was like, And then when I drove by, I actually saw him doing some catches. I'm like, I'll let him be
Hmm.
and stuff. Like I'll show support on live stuff, but I'll let him be because like some of those people were nasty. I didn't even like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But So my cousin Brian is now in the corrections facility now.
Right.
So his ex girlfriend and all that stuff, like, because of what I did, like because of what I reported and stuff. But he didn't get charged. He did not get charged with anything with the J catch because there was no really proof or anything. But there was a lot of proof from me and stuff. But yeah, he's probably looking for a couple more months, like probably years or so, unless he has good behavior. But I don't know.
Right. Yep. But yeah, so I will.
So somebody asked, Terrence asked how long he's been missing.
Yeah,
So I think it's
I
been like
typed in
24
chat
hours, I
yesterday.
believe.
Yeah, he was. It was yesterday. He went
Yeah.
missing. So I know. I hope so too, Terrence. It's literally just been super sad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, especially that young. I mean, it's not like, like I said, any child missing is
But
terrible,
as soon as
even at
like I'm
12,
gonna go
but
live.
a 3-year-old like that, they do not know how to find their way around if they're outside, you know what I'm saying? So they could be on in woods somewhere and have no idea what set of woods they're in. They may not
Exactly.
know well enough to be yelling out. They could be so scared at this point. They're just sitting by a tree hoping someone finds them quietly, not yelling. Like, I mean, anything is possible, especially with a 3-year-old, because we don't know the family. We don't know how much he does know or doesn't know.
So
But
if Jules, if you want to put on my Instagram link, it's the same. It's my same first and last name on YouTube. But if you guys wanna, I'm gonna be going live on Instagram to to go find him like Jay is doing. So if anybody wants to follow me and stuff for more updates and like that, you can follow me on Instagram.
yeah, I'll put it up there.
So if you want to do that too, it's up to you. Like I'm gonna be going live pretty soon to
Looking,
go do that.
see if there's any number or
So
whatever.
it's at Joe Billadu, just like that, but it's at Joe Billadu on Instagram, and I'll be going live probably in the next half hour or two when I get there. So it's if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and stuff, so you guys can, or if anybody wants to join us and stuff, like we do ask that, like if you have kids, make sure that they're safe before you guys come out, because anything could happen. Like I said, like anybody that like with the 3-year-old like missing now, like a lot of people are asking that like the kids are safe first before anybody like goes and looks out for the little one. Like make sure your kids are safe first before you go out and search out for the little 3-year-old.
How do you spell your last name, Joe?
B as in boy, I-L.
Yep.
A, D as in dog, E-A-U.
A-U.
Yeah, it's at Joe Billadu. Yeah, you have me on Instagram. I think so if Sean, if you have Instagram too?
Yeah, I got Instagram. Yeah, Sean Max 6. No, yeah, Mr. Policies. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
So just have everybody follow me on Instagram so I can go when I go live. You guys know it.
Yeah, Jules will send it to me, and I'll follow you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I typed the O instead of an A.
No,
Sorry.
you spelled it wrong. It's an A, not an O.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I typed the O instead of an A. Oy vey.
Yeah, Irish. Yeah, I shared Jay's link. Yeah, he's in the
I'm French and Irish, so yeah.
Hopefully they do.
But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna go get ready to go to Lowell, and I'll keep you guys updated.
All right. Good luck. Thank you for calling. Let's see. Yeah, Variety had posted Jay's link. So we'll let's see. I hope the best for him. This is a nightmare for me. Got a 12-year-old and a newborn coming. Yeah, Jackson, it's scary. It just There's no way around it. It's a sad and scary situation. Joan, I see Jay in the woods searching now. Are you on Jay's live, Joan, or do you remember the kid that went missing from Lowell back in the 80s? Yes, Irish meme, I do. Yep. I can't remember his name, but I do remember that. And Terrence, yeah, the time frame, it does go against, like the positivity of the situation, and finding the child. I think usually they say, every day that they don't find him, they're more apt to have a worse outcome. So prayers that it gets, situated and he gets found sooner rather than later. But I think they usually say after like the 48-hour mark is when they're really like, okay, now we have to look at other avenues, possible abduction or,
Yep.
because it's like at this point, yeah, he could very well, be in the woods just hiding. So it's just sad. Hey, Jess, Terrence, Jay said.
What's up, Jess? Haven't seen Jess in a minute. She must be taking a break. I haven't really been following catches lately though.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I see one's on, I'll drop it in the PNN Gilded because I'm a mod there and I can ping everybody. But watching it, let me drop our stream in there because we haven't been doing that. So let me
Oh,
do
yeah.
that now.
Yeah.
But I was watching yesterday. I was watching the replay of the Ghost Alex catch where the guy was like wanted to go back in his house. So like he goes, "Oh, I know I'm
Oh,
going
yeah.
to jail," and he wanted to grab stuff, and he's like grabbing his CPAP machine. For one, they're not going to let you bring your own CPAP machine into
I
jail.
know. Alex is like, yeah, by all means, preserve yourself.
And Alex goes, "What does CPAP stand for?" And Ghost goes, "CP." And he goes, "Oh wait, no, no." I was dying when I saw that. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I'm like, I can't with you guys.
Those two. Let me tell you something. We have about roughly 110 catchers between here and Canada,
Right.
and the UK, right? Ghost and Alex are the top five. They are in the
Yeah.
top five. They have different styles, okay,
Right.
but they
I
both
think
are very well, do very well at what they do.
right.
Alex will ask the pred the same question five different ways and get the answers he's looking for. Like he's
Yep.
a magician with his words. He
Yeah, he
really
is.
is. And Ghost is as well. He
Yep.
has his own style, and they both are killer catchers. Let me just say that
Yep.
now.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Absolutely. All right, let me share this stream out. Absolutely. All right, let me. My bad. I brought it up on my phone. Let me go to the Gilded. At everyone. Join Jules
I make my
and
kids come with me,
I
even if
for
I'm literally
our
stepping in the main building door, to grab something. They're to come stand by the door with me, because I'm so paranoid. I'm not okay with, having to worry about, I mean, and they're kids, right? They want to
Mm-hmm.
explore things. If they see we're not out there up underneath their butt, you know.
Did you get the ping from Gilded? Was that what that was? I just
Mhm.
it's well,
Um,
404 people got it, so hopefully we got a few more people in here.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like even if they see that we're not outside, like right underneath their butt, and they've been asking to go play with this muddy puddle by the woods, and we're like, no, like it could be dangerous or whatever, Then they see we go inside, they're like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna tell me no now. Like So of course they want to genuinely go over there and check it out, and anything could happen at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's just, it is super scary, and there is no way of knowing what could possibly happen, even within 5 minutes of being in the house while they're outside. Um, it's just, to me, yeah, that's a no-go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't leave a kid outside at all. Like, I mean, I would be one angry freaking parent if that,
Mm-hmm.
that was me. Um, and I tell you, I sure as hell wouldn't friggin' ask them to watch my kids ever again, and they probably would be,
Mm-hmm.
not safe after this situation, because I would lose my shit
Yeah.
on somebody. I don't care how many people have vouched for you. Like, you leave my kid outside once and you're done. And now, like, come on now.
Yeah.
It's just, no, absolutely not, Irish. Hey, John.
What's up,
Um,
John? Let me scroll up. We got Test in the house. There's the Zug Zug, Colorado Pickle.
what? Oh, hey, Tess.
Just
Let me
naming
see.
names I haven't seen yet.
I know.
Let
I
me,
was like,
let
I
me
never
scroll up
seen
a
some
little
of these
bit.
names. The Zug Zug. Hope
Mm-hmm.
I didn't butcher that. I'm like, I hope I didn't butcher that. Chris Hansen wasn't an aging grifter. I'd love to see him and Alex do it. Chris Hansen already said he flat out just do wouldn't do a collab with Alex or Ghost
Mm.
after the EDP.
Yeah, and a lot of people said, well, they did that catch together, so why did only Alex lose his channel? Well, was Ghost live on that catch too? Were they both
I
live?
I think, yeah, I think he was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know if he posted the video after or not. I have no idea. Um, but I know, like, Alex had Ghost go with him. It was in his area, you know what I mean? So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do remember Ghost was live. And I think if you look at the video, you can see Ghost was holding his phone up. So I'm pretty sure, because I think I remember bouncing between the channels that day.
Mm-hmm.
I
When was that? How many years ago was that?
think it was just last year, I think.
Last year? Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it
I
was
think it was.
longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, Terrence. And he does that, he'll go live, and even if it's Alex's catch, but then he just won't post the video up after. He'll go live so everybody can actually have a chance to see it. Some people who follow Ghost that don't follow Alex. But at least everybody will get a chance to see it. So, um, what did Terrence say? Yeah, Terrence, you're so right. I think I think realistically, they probably have already thought that way, that the babysitter should be charged. I mean, I just feel like it's common sense. Who the frig leaves a kid outside? You know, it just
Mm-hmm.
very, very careless. No
Yeah.
matter what your reasoning is, no matter, you could have just been getting a juice box off the table right by the door. I would still make the kid come stand by me. you know
Yeah. You
hey,
even got
yeah,
some people that got their kids on a leash like a dog, you know what I'm
right,
saying? You've seen that
yep,
before, right? You
yep,
know?
like the leash backpacks and stuff. They put the little
Mm-hmm.
fluffy animal backpack thing on, and they got the little leash attached to the mom's wrist or the kid's wrist, and the mom, you know
Mm-hmm.
um I always said, like, I mean, I didn't personally, you know, I don't care if other people do it, but I didn't need to do it because my kids know to stay up on me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
for situations like, if you have a kid who's a runner, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you need to do something, you know,
Yeah. What's up,
because God
Smashley?
forbid if something negative happens. Hey, Smashley, you know, and it's scary. It is just way
Mm-hmm.
too scary, and anything could happen, especially if you're in a mall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if your kid runs and takes off into a completely different store or whatever, and somebody snatches them up there, if you know your kid is a runner, you know, please, by all means, like, get yourself one of those things. But
Mm.
um I mean, I had said it before and somebody was like, "Oh, what do you got a thing against, you know, kids having leashes?" And I'm like, I mean, I don't personally like the idea, but I also
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, you got to do what you got to do to keep your kids safe. If they are that type of kid that is a runner and all kids are curious, then
Yeah.
frig yeah, you know, do what you
Mm-hmm.
need to do. Like
Yep.
at this point, we need to do whatever we need to do to keep our kids safe. And who gives a shit what the person next to you thinks? You
Yeah.
know, if your
A
kid's
few
coming
years
home with you
ago.
at
Yeah.
night,
Mm-hmm.
oh well,
Yeah.
you
A
know,
few
we'll let
a
the
few
next
years
person keep
ago,
running.
we used to think that was really crazy for people to do
Yeah.
that, but nowadays, it may be damn well necessary, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, especially like kids that love to play with, you know, like a ball right next to the
Right.
street. The ball rolls out into the damn street. Most kids will just dart out in the street to get that ball because that's
Yeah.
all they think about is the ball. Let me get the
Yep.
ball.
Yeah, well, yeah, my kids almost ran into a street trying to get their ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, I don't, you
Mm-hmm.
know, really, Jess? I hope so. Jess said, Joe said someone may have spotted the missing boy.
Okay.
So,
Absolutely. That's good news right there.
yep. Let's
Now,
see.
what was the circumstances surrounding hey, what's up, Kim? What's up, Jay? Him going missing now. Where were they? What was the circumstances? I
So
know it was yesterday.
yeah, and they gave the address of where the kid went missing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the address is, but it's in Lowell. But I didn't get to watch all the news about it. Thank you, Irish meme. But yeah, it's like that was the only thing I knew for sure was that he went missing when she went inside. Um, Came back out and he was gone. So I'd assume it was at a house setting, you know,
Trying
maybe her
to,
house.
yeah.
Not too sure. Um, Times have changed so much to boot. I used to roam. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were talking about that a while ago, how we all used to genuinely be able to go out and I mean, it was felt safer at then, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we used to be able to be out until the street lights came on, and then our parents were yelling for us to come in. Um,
Mm,
but still, and
absolutely.
again, it's a 3-year-old boy. Well, you know, who's going to let their 3-year-old kid sit outside and play, you know, or do whatever outside while you run inside, like, or the babysitter, like, no, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
no, you know, he's freaking 3. He needs to be coming inside with you to get what you got to get. Like, you know, and I get it. It can be stressful and it's like, oh, it takes so much longer to bring them inside with me and come back out. Yeah, but he's also able to sleep in his own damn bed and, you know, have food. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Good, Joe. Definitely keep us posted. If you hear anything, just let us know here if you can, please.
What's up, John Racer?
Um, Right, drone. Like if it's in a backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an enclosed area, that's fine. That's completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's your
Yeah.
yard, but you're in a front yard. It's obviously not a closed in area, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell would you think it's a good, because even at that point, even if the kid doesn't roam off or get snatched up, he could get hit by a car. He could, you know what I'm saying? A dog could friggin' come up or an animal out of the woods and, you know, hurt
Mm-hmm.
them. I mean, you don't know. Literally anything is possible. It's sad and it's scary, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
definitely sucks for
Just
sure.
like just like if you have a swimming pool, especially an in-ground swimming pool,
Yeah.
by law, you're supposed to have a fence around that pool.
Yep.
And most locales that I know. Also, people don't realize this, but like when you get a fence, okay,
Yep.
you're supposed to put the shitty part facing your property, even though you don't want that. That way people can't climb into the next
Hmm.
person's yard. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Right.
one side has those 3 slots that you can climb.
Yep.
Um, so that shitty part is supposed to be facing your property. Most people want the good part facing their property, but as per local ordinances, you cannot
Hmm.
have it like that. You gotta face it the other way, like a regular stockade fence is what I'm referring
Right.
to.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because I mean, I rarely see fences up like that around pools, you know.
hmm
And I said the same thing too. Like kids drowning in
yeah,
pools are, I mean, it happens a lot, you know.
hmm absolutely, yeah,
It's just
yeah.
crazy
Joe,
to think.
she'll try to
Hmm.
get a hold of them for you. Yep.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
they just crazy.
something you got something going on over there, Jules? Somebody climbing through
I
your window?
No, I was trying to look and see if there's any actual like local news on yet, like where we
Oh,
can at least hear, if they say anything. But
oh,
I haven't seen anything that's on yet. But
my
yeah,
bad.
'cause I'm like,
I was,
clearly I want to at least know. I already looked online. I didn't see anything new, but at
I didn't
least,
know you were staring at the TV. I tried to make a funny. I'm like, is somebody climbing through your window? You know.
maybe
hmm
National Elope Day. No,
Well, if they got some money, that might be okay.
right?
hmm
I did look up the statistics too, though. Let's see. The truth about child abduction statistics per day. So it says 8 child abduction statistics.
hmm
Every year, approximately 8 million children are reported missing worldwide. In the US, 2,300 children are reported missing per day.
hmm
2,300. That's ridiculous. Hey,
Yeah, it
Steph.
is. I mean, I knew it would be a lot, but that number is just mind blowing.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that is
Um,
crazy.
hmm
Let's see what else it says. Strangers abduct less than 1% of missing children. Oh, I clicked into something here by accident. Still getting used to the laptop, guys. Sorry. Um, Parents are accountable for over 90% of abductions. That's
hmm
insane.
Yeah,
That's a
Tara, we
crazy.
are. As technology grows, the madness grows. That's exactly right.
Mhm.
It's crazy, you know.
Yep, that is such a fact.
And you're right, Terrence. That's way too high of a number, you
Yeah, it
know.
really is. It's like unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's like it makes you wonder because it's like, I mean, it should not be that high,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. The number's
Let's
mind
see.
blowing.
Let's see. Irish meme said, as of an hour ago, they said 2 dogs tracked his scent going into the woods. Oh, sorry, it scrolled up. Going into the woods, but neighbors said she seen the boy at 9:15 a.m. yesterday morning. Babysitter reported him missing at 9:30 a.m. Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Protective railings in the UK have to be non-climbable to a child. This normally means solid or vertical rails only. That's smart, Drone.
So I just did the math on the 3,200 missing per day divided by the states we have. That's 61 children missing per day in every
No, it's
single
it's
state.
2,300. The number was
Oh
backwards.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. My bad. All right.
It's all right.
Sorry, guys. That's still 44 children per state missing per
Yeah,
day. That's too high. It
yeah,
shouldn't be
it's
any.
sick,
Mhm.
like
Wow.
completely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that's a good sign, Irish.
Yeah, but yes, that's right. Trampolines, absolutely.
Was the babysitter under the influence or something? Lack of judgment on her part. I have no idea, Terrence. I haven't heard anything about that as of yet. Um, why the hell didn't the neighbor call him over to her and then call the parents? Um, I'm not sure, Penny. Like, I'm not sure if the neighbors were even home. Maybe I don't know. If that neighbor said they seen him at 9:15, maybe they left for some reason. I don't know. Um, so I'm unsure about that. Um, but it would make sense clearly. Um,
Yeah. What's the temperature there? Is it hot today, Jules? It's for me. It's showing Boston saying
no, it's
67. It's
like
saying cooler
69.
out. Okay. Yeah. So there you go, Steffi. It's not too bad, which is good. It could be worse. Absolutely, it could be like 100 degrees with the humidity crazy, but thank God it's not. Thank God it's not freezing cold neither. So it's right
Right.
in the
Yeah.
middle.
I was just gonna say, luckily, I mean, it was pretty hot yesterday.
Y-
Which was half what I was thinking too. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was during the day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The grass in her yard is so overgrown. Not sure why a kid would even be out there. I mean, yeah, which, I get that too, Irish, but I mean, they're kids too, and realistically, yeah, whether the grass is overgrown or not, they're gonna want to be outside and, you know, doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Um, you know, and I mean, to me, the bottom line is that babysitter should have never gone inside without him. Um, I I don't know. Like, that's, I feel like had she or he, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, the babysitter, but um, had they actually had the kid right there with them, um, it wouldn't have happened. And
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they do find this kid, and I literally am praying, that he's good, just hungry and tired, maybe. But
Yeah.
it's just,
Absolutely.
I mean, it makes you wonder what the hell your thought process is when you're like, especially these days, thinking it's okay. Oh, nah, damn.
Wow. Okay. Hmm. Well, we know what that wording is right there. So let's give some prayers right there. Oh, jeez, that gives me chills.
That's so sad.
Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Hmm. We'll give a moment of silence here.
Wow.
Kim, it was Massachusetts. Jay was even out there, part of the search party. He went live before to help look for him. He was
Yeah,
missing since yesterday, so it's incredible that he was found deceased like that in such a short amount of time since he went missing.
right.
You know, I mean, it hits close to home for Jules because that's her area. So I understand that, and it would hit home for anybody. you
Yeah, I mean, it's a
know,
3-year-old kid. It's like, you know, like
yeah,
it's so messed up. It's like,
hmm yeah. I mean, I only have one child, and if anything were to happen to her, I would lose my shit. I mean, I
right.
hope to have another child down the road. Um, that is a great possibility. But for right now. I just have one, and I couldn't imagine anything happening to
Right.
her.
It's
So
just like shit like this is so preventable. You
yeah,
know, to be that sorry guys.
yeah, yeah. It is very heartbreaking. Absolutely.
Just to
Hmm.
be that irresponsible that you could have saved that kid's life by not leaving him outside.
Yeah.
Like I mean in
It is.
reality it's like who the hell does that?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
what made you think it was gonna be okay to just, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're grabbing a drink, it doesn't matter if you're getting a toy off the floor or something right by the door, like you know. It's like this, it's frustrating and it sucks. It's like, they didn't even ask to be here. Like, why do they need to put up with this kind of shit and trash ass world, to that point that now we have yet another child who's passed away. Like, really?
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's one of the reasons why we're here is for the kids. That's what brings us all together is to protect minors who can't usually fend for themselves. So, yeah. We try to be a voice for all children, absolutely.
It's like, it absolutely could have been preventable, and
Hmm.
it is such a shame.
Yeah.
I don't have to even, I mean, we shouldn't have to be
Hmm.
discussing shit like this. Like, I'm curious what happened to Irish.
Hmm.
um,
It's such a short amount of time. He just went missing last night.
right.
I mean, it's
Yep.
just crazy, you know.
And it's like, that, I forget where it was, but there was, a story. This family was missing their kid or whatever, and I think it was her boyfriend's kid or something or other, but he was the youngest, and they are like, oh well, he just, got up and walked out of the house, you know. You know,
Hmm.
first of all, okay, why is your kid not watched enough that he's able to walk out of the fucking house, okay? But like, then you guys say you search everywhere, and he's found the next street over the next day,
Hmm.
dead, like, and then come to find
Unbelievable.
out
Hmm.
it was one of the older kids' friends who came over all the time or whatever who did it. And it's like, what the hell? Like, literally got sick people in this fucking world, like sick, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Very true.
Let's see, there was just a 2-year-old missing for like 3 days and they found him. Right, exactly, Irish.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know,
Sometimes they find them like a month later, and they're still. I mean, they're in bad shape, but they're still alive. So
right,
it's incredible, and like not even 24 hours that he was found deceased. That's just so damn
right.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's so crazy. I mean, and it's like the other poor little girl that by us in New Hampshire, that Harmony Montgomery, like, she's still been missing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Um,
absolutely.
it's so unreal. That I mean, it bothers me. It's like I don't understand how people can be this careless. Like, I just don't
Hmm.
get it. My
Yeah,
kids, I
we'll get the circumstances, so we'll know every detail of what happened and stuff
yep,
like that. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what transpired here, because this should
right.
not be. You know, this should not
No,
be.
no. Yeah,
Uh,
I thought they did Irish. I wasn't sure, but I mean, it had been what, an entire, like, it's been almost a year, hasn't it? Or like something. She'd been on for a long time, supposedly missing for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
When at all there is a child missing, I'm sorry, but I feel like they need to have 2 years. They need to have people, SWAT and everything. Go in there and fucking, tear apart these parents' homes. If it was
Yeah.
my kid and I was looking for my kid, I sure as
Mhm.
shit would be like, fucking tear apart my house, like do
Yeah.
whatever you need to do. Just find my fucking kid. Like, you
Yep.
know, the rest of this shit can be fixed or replaced, but like my kid cannot, like, So if
Yeah.
you need to start here, start here, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
it's like sick and disgusting.
Yep.
And some of these parents are like, oh, well, they're not here. Don't come in here, like, and get mad and they just want to get in the way because they don't want, yes, Kim, yep, that the little boy that they said was her, the 3-year-old boy. But it's like, why get in the way of them doing their investigation? Like, you know, who cares about
Mhm.
what their house looks like when they're done? You know?
I'd rather a child get taken away and still be alive than have the child pass on way too young. You know.
Right.
Um, Let me
Yep.
segue a little bit into Alex's catch tomorrow, right? A lot of
Oh
people
God,
know
I
the
know.
circumstances, but the guy wants to poison a child or something like that. And somebody, like, I caught some of it,
Yep.
but he just, I listened to part of the call, but like, he's going to Ohio. Now, Ohio requires a real child to be involved, okay, as
Yep.
per their law. Um, but you have a conspiracy to commit murder with this catch that he's attempting tomorrow. Have you been following this one, Jules?
Yep.
Okay. So this is going to be interesting to see how they go about that.
Yep.
All I know is it's him, Frere, and Jacques are going. I don't know if they left last night at midnight or they're leaving tonight at midnight to go to
Right.
Ohio for this catch. But this is probably the worst one of the worst ones that we're going to see in a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so
Yeah, it's messed up because it's like, I mean, I don't, if they do nothing about that, there's a real freaking problem. Like,
hmm
because it's, at the end of the day, whether or not, this guy is getting this other minor child to, or hoping to get this other minor child to poison his autistic fucking son. This means
hmm
it's a thought in his head. So it's bound to happen, you know?
yeah,
They need to see it as a huge fucking red flag and, get the kids out of there or the kid and take that father to fucking prison where the frig he belongs, you know?
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. It's,
Very true.
it's so
Very true.
messed up. Like,
hmm
it's so
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I'm glad Alex is going. Um, and I'm glad he was able to raise up the money fast enough to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you to everybody who pitched in for that one. I heard he raised that money in like 20 minutes to make that trip. You know, so
Yep.
God bless everybody who donated for that. Because as we know, JDQ is on hiatus for a little while.
Yep.
Till they get going again, which should be all right. So he'll be on Puggy Pug for the next 30 days.
Yep. Let's see. I'm a little behind on you guys' comments. Sorry.
What's up, Cabela? I just saw your comment now because I flipped my phone over. Let me scroll up and see if I missed anybody. Um,
Irish meme. Who's the boy's uncle? What do you mean?
yeah, the child is not related to the guy. It's the uncle. He's the uncle of the
Oh,
child. Yeah.
okay, got ya. I thought she was talking about like another like case or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's that's even like it's still just as messed up. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah,
you
because
know,
this
like,
here, there's a real child involved in a certain
right.
aspect. You know. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know if they're going to go to the house directly or contact law enforcement because you got not only a pred situation here, but you got a conspiracy to commit murder here. I don't know if we ever seen this before. I haven't, and I've
No,
seen a lot of catches.
I'm
So
99% sure it has not been a thing at all. Like this is like a first, I think.
and I listened to part of the call last night, and I heard him whispering. He's like, "Do you want to poison me? Do you
Right,
want to poison me?" And he said that 3 times. I'm just like, I got the chills when I'm listening to this guy. I'm just like, wow, this guy is a psycho, man. You know.
right. Yep.
you
The
know.
brothers live together and the boy comes over all the time. Wow.
Yeah.
Right,
So.
exactly, Irish. Yep. If he would have
Yeah.
offered money, it definitely would have been murder for hire. I mean, it's, you know, to ask another child to, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I mean, A, if that was a real child, you'd be willing to throw away a child's entire life because let's face it, that child would be in prison, you
Hmm.
know, for the rest of his or her natural life. You know, it just, oh, you know, um,
Yeah.
when Alex is going to speak with the police before he does anything, I think if they are not going to do anything because it was not a real child and that's how they feel in Ohio, then yeah, Alex better, get in there and get his fucking face put out there so everybody knows what the fuck he was doing and what he's up to. Because
Yeah.
people need to watch out for him. People need to be on his shit if the cops aren't gonna do it.
Hmm.
You know, um,
Absolutely.
I have no idea, Terrence.
Yeah. Yeah. So keep an eye out for those notifications, and one of us in the PNM will ping everybody that we have, all 404 members. But this is one you're not. I mean, it's not like this one's going to go to members right away. It'll be up because it's on Puggy Pug. So everybody's going to see this even a day later, So he will be blasted very fast
Yeah.
in this
John, he was
situation.
saying the dad wouldn't. People were saying, I guess, that the dad was trolling or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, if Alex gets mad enough, if they don't do anything, Alex may get mad enough, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's rare, because he's normally a big teddy bear, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen him get pissed a few times. It takes a lot, but he does get to that point.
Yeah, and I mean, he was upset enough, last night to ask to raise the money for him to go ASAP and not wait it out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
he's genuinely trying to get in there and get this shit handled. Um,
Yeah. Alex has caught a few of these guys who have the miniature groups on the We app. I think it's only a matter of time till one knows some info on one to try to save his own ass. Yeah, that's very true. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, Pablo.
that'll make
Yeah.
him too.
Yeah, Pablo's not going over. Yes, it's just Alex, Frere, and Jacques. I I thought he should bring Pablo because Pablo, yeah, but apparently he may not be available. But from what Alex said, and what I heard Bomb say is that's who it is. Alex, Frere, and Jacques are the three that are going. You know, um, yeah. So this is going to be a catch to see. You know, very interested to see how this goes down. Whether they're going to contact law enforcement beforehand or not,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he said that he was gonna speak to them before he went there to confront them, just because of the issue at hand. It's not like, yes, I mean, threatening to do anything to a child is disgusting, but this is an actual, threatening to
Mm,
freaking, having
yeah,
your nephew like yeah, I mean, I'm
yeah.
definitely glad he's definitely gonna, I mean, he handles the situations appropriately, and he usually will get a feel for, the situation regardless, and know what he
Hmm.
should or shouldn't do, what would be the best next step, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, and Iris said, he said he's gonna feel it out. Because yeah, who knows, within a conversation or two more, and I mean, you could probably feel the complete, like, I don't give a shit vibes through the phone. Like, yeah, like, somebody needs to be notified, but it sucks that it's Ohio and they just don't give a shit.
Mm, yeah. That's the one where Alex had trouble the last time with that woman cop that threatened to arrest him, right?
Yep.
That was Ohio. Mm, yeah. So.
Yeah, and even Shonda and Eric had an issue when they went to Ohio. They let the pred literally like walk away and were yelling at Shonda and Eric, like, what the hell?
Mm.
You know? Hey, PPA, thanks for coming, honey.
What's up, Archive?
We were, yeah, Ohio was really messed up. We were chatting it up, because, I mean, I know you must know, but the 3-year-old boy, Harry, who was missing as of yesterday, I guess they just found his body.
Mm-hmm.
So we were, talking about, statistics of missing kids, and, the ridiculousness of not fucking keeping your eyes on your children or the children you've been sworn to fucking babysit and care for. Um, so, and then we ended up getting into talking about Alex's catch for tomorrow in Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Carol.
that's something I wanted to bring up was that because it's it's a very unique situation compared to what we've seen, you know. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, FM, thanks for popping in, honey.
What's up, FM?
But yeah, I don't know. You must have heard about it, PPA. But yeah, that it was a little 3-year-old boy named Harry who went missing from, I believe, his home, but he was being babysat at his home in Lowell, and they just found his body. Um, so I mean, it was this. Jay went there to go help look for him, and um, so that was the news we got. Unfortunately, sad and sick and disgusting,
Mm.
and
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it pops up on Daily Mail.
all the babysitter's house. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's insane. It's literally been just eating me up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how are you gonna, babysit a kid, and, you leave them outside while you go inside? Like, if this babysitter doesn't get charged, then we got a fucking problem, you know? I mean, literally, I mean, that's insane. To me, that's complete and utter neglect. Um, that is just
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think we have an age on the babysitter, Penny. Um, Not yet. Those details will come out in the exact circumstances. Probably know that stuff by tomorrow. They'll piece that together very quickly.
right. Yeah, Jane, that's what we were just saying. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is exactly why I watch my kids. Like, I don't. Sorry, I'm
Now,
scrolling to read
was
some of
that? Do we know if that was the only child that was in the care of this babysitter? Does anybody know that?
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. Thank you, FM, for sharing his post. Yeah, I was like in tears so bad when we first just were told. It's like I couldn't even talk. It's insane,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, Terrence, they definitely should be criminally charged. That's. I mean, absolutely. That's why you gotta really screen who you have watching your kids. I mean, they may have thought they could have trusted this babysitter to no end, but apparently that wasn't the case because that child should not have been out of the sight of that babysitter for a second. So
Right.
something went wrong there.
Well, that's why I said, like, I would like to really understand what the hell they thought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just why you would leave the kid outside like that, and how often has this person even watched this kid? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know, that like out of the blue something happens, and what exactly happened?
That too, Terrence. Yeah, we don't have any thing on that. You know, all these details will be pieced together. The circumstances, the timeline, the babysitter's background with the family. Did they know them well? How long they knew them?
Yeah, I think Irish said that the babysitter either lived there or owned the home. Um, and not at the parents' house, but the babysitter like owned the home where she was. So they must be old enough to obviously like have their own place. So it's not like a high school student or something. So I'm not too sure of the age, but
Mm-hmm.
um, sounds like mom was going to work and dropped off the child. Yeah, it's crazy. And all I keep hearing is like like the plane. Oh, wow, that was like a military I have an airport next to my house, so like normally I'm hearing the planes going off, but that sounded completely different. But that was a military helicopter. I never seen that before.
I used
I've
to live by
been,
train tracks, and I used to always hear the train going past and then honking the horn. It was a freight train, not a passenger train. So it would blare the horn at like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Man, I could not stand that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, it's like, and I've been hearing like the helicopters and stuff, so like was wondering if maybe they had found them, but then I just after we hear all this and then just seen that military helicopter. I never, in my almost 3 years of living here, I've never seen a military helicopter over there ever.
Mm-hmm.
So that was weird, but
Yeah.
for real. I mean, it's like it's messed up to think, but it's like, I mean, if you gotta leave your kids literally with someone else, like if you have to, because you have to work and they're that young, you better do something. you know, Stick a tracking device on their coats, like in their underwear, for God's sakes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
like, it's sad to even say that. I mean, this is what the world is coming to. It's so fucked up. Like,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
sad too. It's like, I mean, God. Yeah, I bet they were.
Yeah. I'm sure that's gonna make its way over here at some point, you know.
Yep,
Um,
I wouldn't doubt it. I definitely wouldn't doubt it. It's just so sad that it's like we have to literally even talk like that,
yeah.
like
Hmm.
this was like, 15 years ago, even it was not this bad, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why it got like that neither, because years ago we were outside a lot more, but maybe we didn't hear about it as much because we didn't have the social media. Years ago you heard things through the 10 o'clock news at night. You know what I'm saying? But these days with Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, we hear about things, in 5 minutes. So
Yeah. Um, PPA, I just want to say to you, like, don't be disappointed in yourself for that. Because it's almost like that's part of our mind, like mindset as even in recovery. It's like even if you're saying no and you turn them down, because I have turned down pain meds several times for my issues.
mm,
And you do in your head, you're like, ooh, if I did, like at least I wouldn't be hurting, or like your mind gets going. But don't be disappointed in yourself. It's apt to be like that. I mean, hell,
yeah.
I tried to say no. I didn't want to do my knee surgery last year with any pain medication. But it was like after they were explaining to me, the healing process, and I'm on my feet 24/7, and I have two little ones to be chasing after. I just asked to be taken off of it early, but I did take it for a couple of days. Um, I took it for 3 days, and I did the rest of the healing myself. But they were originally trying to have me be on it for 1 to 2 weeks while my knee
Hmm.
was healing, and I was not having it. Um, but I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Um,
Yeah.
however, there's no reason to be disappointed in yourself at all. Um, we all do it, whether we admit it or not. We all do it, you know.
Hmm.
I'm
Absolutely.
an addict, unfortunately, but you
Yeah.
convinced yourself you didn't need it, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you should be proud of yourself.
Hmm. If you're taking something as prescribed and only for, like, say, 7 days, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Some people have to do it even if they're clean. There are certain circumstances. I mean, then again, if you're on a maintenance medication taking it's not really going to do anything for you anyway. You know.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because I had to wean off my Suboxone for 2 days. And then so that way I was not on the Suboxone while I was taking the pain medication.
Hmm.
So, and then after the 3 days, I just went back on my Suboxone. Like I had to wean off the pain medication, but it didn't really affect me like I thought it was gonna. And I thought mentally it was going to screw with me, to be
Hmm.
honest. But I was surprised even half the time I didn't even take the full dose that I needed to. So, it's like sometimes in those situations you surprise yourself.
Gotcha. Okay. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. So it's a
Mhm.
good thing. that you're on lithium and they want to prescribe it.
Yeah, and even that, I mean, it's like, we all we all are allowed to feel that type of weakness at some point, but it's our mindset, it's like,
Hmm.
I mean, realistically, we think, okay, well, if we get high, then, you know, we're not going to feel the pain, but we'll probably be happier getting through it, you know.
True.
Um,
Very true.
but it's like, at the end of the day, we also got to remind ourselves of all the hard work that we have put in to our recovery to get to where we are, Um,
Hmm.
it's like, it's not really worth it for a temporary relief and temporary happiness, because you are going to feel that tenfold once you pick up again, you know. Um,
Absolutely. Yep.
and then you're on top of it, you're actually really full on disappointed in yourself that you picked up, It's like, I just threw away this 9 years or 5 years, or, for, an hour of happiness. Like, was it worth it? No, probably not, because half the shit or almost all the shit that you worked so hard to achieve, in your recovery is now an actual friggin' waste, you know?
Hmm.
So, that's what I remind myself all the time. Um, when they are like, oh, well, you should be taking pain medication. Like, if you're not going to do the injections in your spine anymore, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I'm not, because here's the thing. I'm finally in my own apartment again. Like, it took me a long time to get here, after leaving my, abusive situation. So, my kids are with me. They're happy. They're healthy. They're taken care of. Like, my bills are paid. Like, do I want to risk that for, an hour's worth of a high? Hell no. Nope. I
Hmm.
sure don't.
Very
Um,
true. Yep.
because I'm gonna lose that shit, and I'm gonna feel guilty about it, you know?
Hmm.
Let's see, remind myself also more again about a year ago. It was easy for me, but I've suffered with the pain since. Good for you, Kim. And I mean, I get it. I mean, I deal with pain every day, myself. I have degenerative disc disease, so my discs in my back are deteriorating. I'm supposed to have had the surgery where they have to go into my back, and each set of discs it's like brake pads, like the brake pads wearing away. So they're like, the bone or whatever is starting to grind on each other, which is causing the pain. So
Hmm.
they were going to put in like these artificial discs, but I don't have the time to take out to recover from that. I'm a single mom, and I have two very extremely hyper little boys, that
Hmm.
need me. So, uh, I almost didn't even get the surgery done on my knee. Um, they they had to fix my, I had a torn meniscus. Um, I have two tumors in my knee. And then they were shaving off a lot of the arthritis, because the arthritis is like the fluid and all that's building up and causing pain. That my knee only felt relief when I would literally hold my foot behind up by my butt. I had to be completely bent in order for it to feel relief. But after the knee surgery, I think I probably felt like okay for a month, maybe two, and it's been back to the same
Hmm.
pain and doing the same thing over again. So now I have to talk to them about a full knee replacement, but
Yeah.
I just need to figure out how long that recovery is going to be, because I have to get up and take care of my kids. So,
Hmm.
you know.
I know a few that, got to do that. Absolutely. It's not easy. And
Oh,
Tara, congrats on your 15 years. Let me go through some comments here. Um, the injections deteriorate. It's just like people that are on methadone. Methadone deteriorates your bones. So, you know, absolutely. Let me scroll through a little bit here.
Congratulations, Tara.
Kim made a comment up above. Let me see what it was. Um, I
And I'm
weaned
definitely
myself
proud of
off
you
of
today.
morphine. Congrats on that one, Kim. That's awesome right there. Um, to come off of anything. You know, drugs, dull our senses so bad that we don't realize till we come off of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
At the time, yeah, it's making us feel good, but it's really doing more harm than good, you know?
right.
So anytime, people that know me well, they'll hear me say, I don't even like to take ibuprofen because it'll mess up your stomach, and I have enough stomach issues. I don't like taking even over the counter stuff, so no less like prescription stuff. But of course, I got to take heart medication,
Yeah,
um, certain other things, but that's what it is,
right.
But I don't want to, but for that, I have to because I have no choice. And I need to quit smoking. And I know this, and I get reminded every day about it.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start harassing you too. I'm just gonna join in the fun.
Yeah. How many sticks have you had
I
today?
was gonna say if you had today,
Yeah. Yep.
you know.
So, but I appreciate the the care and the love I do. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I have that in my back, Kim. It is painful and annoying, you know. I did like the injections in my back. Uh I think I had to go like every 6 months because it wasn't working in my it's supposed to last a year, the type of injections I was getting, and it just wouldn't. It would probably last like probably about a month or so, but they're not, I guess, allowed or whatever because of whatever type of injections they are. They're not supposed to do it sooner than 6 to 8 months or whatever after, your previous injections. So I was going every 6 months and I probably did it like, I don't know, maybe like 7 times, I think. And I started getting in my head. I'm like, I can't deal with it. Like I was, it would be numb that day after they did the injections. But the next day I was hurting. My bones felt like really, like tight and I couldn't do it. It's like I felt like I couldn't move. Um, and I even had done the what do you call it? The injections they would do in your knee, cortisone injections. I did that in my
Mm-hmm.
knee once, but I had a really bad allergic reaction and my entire leg swelled up. Um, like my leg looked like the size of my thigh all the way down to my ankle. It was so bad. I couldn't even walk. So he was like, "Yep, I guess you're one of the select few who get the unfortunate side effects of, being allergic to that." So we had to go another route, which is why I had the surgery to scrape off some of the arthritis in my knee. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'll have to go looking towards an entire knee replacement because of the tumors that are in there, and there's an awful lot of swelling, and it's just,
It's bone on bone, right? It's just the cartilage is gone. That's basically what
yeah,
that is.
yeah.
Okay. Wow. So what do they do? They put like an artificial cartilage in there? Is that what they do? Like a
Yeah,
silicone
it's
type
like
of deal?
Yeah, it's like something I forget what it is. But it is a fake whatever. Um, and they put it between the two things, you know what I mean? So it'd be like replacing your brake pads with something fake, you know. Um, but it's just so that I think the discs themselves or whatever don't rub on each other because it's that grinding and stuff that
Mm-hmm.
causes so much pain, you know?
Yeah. Archive. I heard that does work. The
Hmm.
hypnotic approach. I've heard about that.
I know me and PPA were talking about that. I really want to try it. Like,
Yeah,
not for serious,
Terrence.
but
It happens, Terrence. Sometimes you slip up 20 times before you fully come clean. And I've seen people that have been clean for 20 years and have slip up. I mean, life happens. Stuff happens. We get different stress levels from different situations.
right.
I'm going through a lot myself. I know I come on here and I look good and normal, and well, what is normal? But I know I look okay, but I got a lot of shit going on behind the scenes myself. Only Jules knows that. She's the only one that fully knows what's going on with me. So, you know, life is life. Things happen.
I mean, that's like we say, we put on a happy face, the fake it till you make it kind of thing,
Hmm.
and it's like for people like us, we genuinely care so much about people too. It's like, I know I do it. I'm so guilty of it. Trying to make sure everybody else is okay to the point that I forget about if I'm okay, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Um,
That's the
yeah,
worst. Living a
big
fake
deal.
life or
Yeah,
living a lie is the worst thing that anybody could be doing, you know? That's awesome, Terrence. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just saying in general, because different things come up, any day God wakes you up the next day is a blessing. And you go on with that day the best you can. Um, and just roll with the punches. That's all you can do. So,
right. Yeah, yeah, we definitely been through. Yeah, we heard Joe. Thank you. But yeah, my family has been through an awful lot with the whole drinking thing, and like there's so many like long lasting effects. With having your bad liver and neuropathy. It just it's crazy. It is crazy
hmm.
to think that so for something you think can, create a few moments of either happiness or the I don't have to feel this now, um, can cause so much damage, long term. Of course, my charger came unplugged.
Yeah.
But,
That's what you call first world problems right there, you know? Hmm.
yeah, sadly.
Yeah, Joe, we seen that. Yeah. It was horrible to get that news.
Yeah, it really was.
Hmm. Absolutely. It's a somber day for all of us, because that touches everybody.
Right. Oh, I understand, Terrence. I've literally have been through it with some of my family members. I didn't. I was never, into drinking like that. Like I just didn't. Um, Obviously, I was, you know, into my hard drugs like the heroin and the opiates.
Mm,
But I see the effects, like long-lasting effects that the drinking has had on some family members, and it's tough. It is tough.
yeah. Now, Terrence, you say you were uh a nasty drunk. I would start drinking in the morning. Like there's two types though. There's like nasty ones that like are violent when they're drunk, and there's also ones that are happy drunks. Do you mind telling us what type you were, Terrence, if you don't mind? If you don't want to answer, I understand. But like my father, he was a drinker for many years. When he got home from Vietnam, he continued his drinking because in Vietnam, he said you either did opium or you became a drinker. They did something to deal with the stresses of the war. So when he came home, he was a drinker, continued to drink very heavily, was very violent. Um,
Yeah.
so as a child, I had to watch my mom getting beat up every single night because I couldn't do anything. I was just a young kid.
Right.
So that's part of what I dealt with growing up. On top of being molested by a neighbor when I was 6 years old. That's part of my survivor story. Then it happened again a little bit later in life. So I've been through the ringer myself. So I stand up here as somebody who's been broken for many years, who is still doing pretty damn good in life today. So,
Yep.
but I've been through it. So any of you guys' stories, I can relate to them all. I can.
Absolutely. My new profile picture is the reason that I keep moving on. I can't really make out your profile picture, Kim. I have terrible, terrible eyes. So I apologize.
That is a dog, it looks like.
Okay. I'm
Yeah, or
like,
some type of animal. Sorry, Kim, it's my eyes ain't the best either. I'm getting old
I was gonna
myself.
say, I've got the two blindies up here trying to look like,
Hmm.
oh man, he drowned. Damn.
So there must have been what, like one of those creeks over there or something,
Yeah.
or a
I
lake.
mean, I would assume, yeah, because I think the area that they were looking in was, I think, pretty wooded area, so they probably had streams. He was found in water right behind the house. Jay said, not sure if he had marks on him or not. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, Scrimshaw. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I bet Jay is, but I mean, he can't sit and blame himself either for not being able to get out there. He's got a family he's got to take care of too, and
Mm-hmm.
he's got his nieces down here and stuff now too. So
Yeah. Didn't he just go back to Florida too? I thought I saw he was doing a
he,
live in Florida. Yeah.
he just came back 2 days ago. He came back and brought the niece with him. I think both the nieces are with him, like the baby and his 18-year-old niece, but I'm not sure. I know the 18-year-old niece, the one that her father like kept her like locked up in the house and stuff. She came.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's so messed up too, Irish. It's like, I mean, he was so close to home. It's like, I don't know.
Sorry, Terrence. I stopped looking at the comments for a second. I was just angry at myself. So as a human being, I kept it to myself. I would pretend to be happy when I was drinking. Okay. Um. And I saw a second comment here. I wanted them. Listen, I've been there many times. Just up till recently, I started getting up earlier, and I was excited to like get out of bed. And due to recent events, I kind of stay in bed longer now. You know,
Right,
um, so I feel you. You know, I feel you because I got shit going on in my brain too. You know, life is life. It's crazy.
right. I agree, John. And it's like, it's for those reasons, honestly, that I think it bothers me the most that the stipulations they put up behind search parties and stuff like that. Like I understand to an extent some of them. They're afraid of contaminating a scene and blah blah blah. I get it. I understand. But at that very moment, the most important thing is to find that fucking child. you know?
Hmm.
Um it's not like you give them lay out the rules, like don't touch anything, whatever, wherever you look, leave a marker. If you see something, don't touch it. Just, call for someone, law enforcement or whatever to come and handle it. Like there should have been way more set in place and they should have just allowed people to go and help yesterday instead of waiting till the last goddamn minute and saying, okay, well, now we could use help. Like, y'all could have used help yesterday when the kid was first fucking missing. I mean,
It's very true. Very true. They want to keep people out because they didn't want these people to so-called get hurt. You know what I'm saying? But yet that kid could have been found so much faster.
yeah, yeah,
But then again, whatever happened to him, to cause him to drown, must have happened very quickly, because
right.
there wasn't much time to spare.
Nope,
So, you
not at
know,
all.
hmm
Terrence, so yesterday, I guess the mom had dropped him off at the babysitter. And at 9:15, the neighbor said that she saw the child. So maybe he was outside playing when the neighbor saw him. I don't know. Maybe she was leaving. I don't know. Um, but I guess at 9:30 was when Irish said that the babysitter either noticed he was gone or he was reported missing at 9:30. Um, it's just I feel like it
mm,
should have never been a situation at freaking all. He really was so cute, Irish. And he looked like he was like, like a happy, like 3-year-old, like full of life, like goofy, doing silly things. Like, you know, I honestly, Terrence, I haven't watched enough of it to speak on it on that level. I haven't even seen an interview or anything with the babysitter, but
mm,
I, to be perfectly honest, I would say yeah. In my heart of hearts, yeah, because all she had to do was fucking watch the goddamn kid. At the end of the day,
hmm
she is involved in his death. I mean, bottom line.
yeah.
Um, but if she was like really involved in his death, I don't know. Oh man, I bet she is in shock, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even if you have other kids, I mean, losing I mean, like even people with pets that consider them children. I mean, it's hard enough, So an actual child. I mean, that's just I can't fathom that, and I don't want to experience that, nor have anybody experience that. That's just crazy. It's different if like a child say has like a terminal illness and they go out that way, but any other circumstances to cause a child's death should not be taking place. Period.
Right.
You
Yep.
know, it
Yep.
shouldn't.
I agree. It does kind of, Terrence.
3:30 news conference scheduled. Okay.
Good. I'll be watching for sure.
Let me hit Daily Mail and see if there's any article on this.
And if not, Sean, if you type in missing 3-year-old boy in Lowell, Massachusetts, I'm sure you'll find.
Yeah. Let me save this article here from Walmart about a scooter here. Let me save this.
I'm gonna type in and see what it says right now. Let's see.
Right, Kim? She was paid to watch the baby. That was her job. Absolutely. Yeah. Even if she was doing it pro bono, that kid is her kid at that moment. The whole time she's watching that child. That's
Right.
what it boils down to.
Yep.
So it's
I,
most definitely criminally negligent homicide right there.
yep.
100%.
I absolutely agree with that. Let's see what it says on here. So it says, when was this done? It doesn't say. Let's see. First responders searching for missing 3-year-old boy named Harry in Lowell, Massachusetts on Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. The boy from Lowell named Harry was reported missing from the house on Frida Lane about 9:30 a.m. Tuesday. 15 minutes earlier, the child was seen playing in the babysitter's backyard. Let me just click in it so I can fully read this one because it's the one by the Lowell Sun, so at least it's a little more like close.
Yeah, I was able to pull it up myself on my phone. Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Massive search for a 3-year-old boy went missing Tuesday from his babysitter's house in Lowell, Mass. Continued into a second day with no sign of the child, but first responders have not given up hope. Let's see. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if the article goes down or if I gotta click into that. About 200 first responders were involved in the search about 24 hours after the boy from Lowell named Harry was reported missing from the house on Frida Lane. Officials said an update Wednesday morning. Let's see. There were few major updates into the early afternoon. Before noon, a public safety alert was issued to phones in the area asking for help to find the missing child. About 2 p.m., law enforcement put up police tape around a farm on Varnum Avenue, but there was no explanation given for the activity. Hold on, these are all extra clips.
Yeah, Irish, I just sent a message. Nothing bad about a scooter, no recall on them, but they marked down the prices of a scooter that does 20 miles an hour. So I wanted to see what they marked it down from because, I'll pick up a few of them myself and
What,
and
what kind of scooter?
resell. I don't know. It's let me click on that thing I saved it to. Uh, just one of those stand-on scooters, electric scooters that you
Oh,
use.
yep.
Um, they're taking 160 off the price on the top range electric scooter at Walmart. As the gas prices get higher, Walmart decided to slash the price of their best-selling scooter, which ain't like a cheap like little kid scooter. 20 miles an
Mhm.
hour is fast. 20
Yeah,
mile an hour is really fast. So if you can get one of them things, when you don't, say work far from home or you go somewhere close to home, you ain't got to drive and waste that gas money. You just hop on that damn scooter and you're there in 5 minutes as it is.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. Yep, that is so true.
148. Irish, wasn't it like 300 though originally for that particular model? I'd have to click on this article. I have to see exactly the model, but I think it was like close to 300 originally, and they're slashing the prices. So,
I think there's like
um,
things you can go on too to like find discounts and stuff.
I'd go and buy like freaking 50 of them things and put them on eBay and just still mark them up, but keep them under the price because at some point there's going to be a shortage on the
Right.
product.
Yep.
So that's when you want to take advantage of doing like reselling and you buy a bunch of them, put them on eBay for 200. You're getting it for 150, put it on eBay for
Right.
200 and make a profit.
Hell yeah, I would too. And it
You
is
know.
smart, like using it at the beach, like Iris was saying, you
Mm-hmm.
know, an easy way to get,
299.
you know, what'd you say? Oh yeah, 2.99. You know
Yeah.
what else? Target's having a huge sale right now too, because they got so much inventory during COVID, and so now they are trying to get rid of, a lot of extra stuff that they have.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go to like when the summer ends, I'll pick up summer supplies of all different types. I try not to hold physical inventory, but sometimes I'll do that and put it on like Facebook Marketplace or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll get the stuff for less than half of what it cost, still mark it up, make a profit, even if I were shipping
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And that's how you make money. Reselling is a huge industry in the
Yeah,
United States, very big,
it
you know.
really is.
And these days, you need to have multiple streams of income, um, or you should, I should say, have multiple streams of income coming in. So,
Yeah, that would be friggin' smart.
hmm
I
yeah,
have a couple of friends who do that. Like they resell certain things, that they get their hands on, like on Amazon or whatever.
yeah. So these days, instead of like worrying about where I'm going to get my next high or my next fix from, I'm looking at where am I getting my next dollar from,
Right.
to better myself. So
Yeah.
it's a better addiction. It is an addiction,
Exactly.
but it's a better one.
Yep. A lot safer. And you get
Mm-hmm.
money coming in instead of going out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep.
You know, like, yeah, that's definitely a way better idea for sure.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, my friend, she makes really good money doing that on like Amazon and stuff. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
And if you go to the stores, the Walmarts or Targets or whoever's having clearance, and you actually speak to the store manager and you tell them, listen, I'll buy all 1,000 of these pieces. They'll mark it down even more for you just to get it off their shelves because they want to make the room for the
yep,
new products. So,
yep,
yeah,
exactly.
it's a lot
And
of
they do
different
that.
ways to do it.
I feel like, I mean, it's smart because, I mean, certain products, like, you know, certain things or whatever that is doing well, you know. Oh, now they're talking about it on the news.
Hmm That's good, Kim. You know, my biggest one is the cosmetics because I got a wholesaler out of Miami to where I get each piece for like 30 cents, but I buy thousands and thousands of pieces. And we all know women are always buying makeup. Okay. That
Yep.
is a big industry. So, people may look at me like I have two heads that I'm selling cosmetics, but let me tell you something. It's a big money maker because
Right.
they're always buying makeup, whether it's lipstick, blush, mascaras, lip gloss, liners,
Exactly.
whatever it is. I get it
Yep.
for 33 cents and I get pieces that are worth 30 bucks each. I mean, shit, you're making
Right.
a profit and a half right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm finally watching it. Came on the news just now. Again,
Hmm
I caught it. Finally.
But that stuff I try not to
Um,
ship because the shipping uh, cost will eat into your profits. That stuff I try to sell locally on Facebook Marketplace, and I do. So
so they
I deal with different hair dyes. Hair dye we know is made expensive sometimes for a lot of hair dyes. So even though those I get for cheap prices and sell each one for 15 to 20 bucks, still less than what it costs like retail. Has anyone seen, let me put this up. Has anyone seen the prices of under cabinet can openers? If you can get your hands on them, they're going for hundreds of dollars. I was looking for a new one. No way on you paying that price. No, I haven't seen those. But just like before, like a month ago when they were saying there's going to be a shortage on pool chlorine or whatnot, stuff like that. When you hear stuff like that, man, you go out to the stores and if you can, buy
Mhm.
as much as you can because when the stock is gone in the stores, people are going to be on Facebook looking for that stuff and you're going to sell it like hotcakes,
Right.
you know. So that goes with anything.
Yeah, they would just said that his body was like found near the Lowell Tingsboro State Forest, I guess.
Hmm
It's crazy.
Look them up on eBay, Variety Gray. They used to cost like $40. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll mark stuff up, but I'll keep it still way under retail, and you're still going to sell it because the people are still getting a deal, you know?
Right. Yeah, and that's it. It's like, even if it's like, you know, a couple dollars, cheaper, a lot of people will still jump,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And if you got, say you got an eBay store, right, and you got 2,000 items listed, you're still going to be selling multiple items a day, every single day, and if you outsource your work to, because you need to research product for one, you need to research it, then you need to list it. So if
Right.
you outsource it to get a couple VAs, virtual assistants, to have them do that for you, and you don't have to pay them that much because you're not paying them an American wage. And then all you have to do is, at the end of the day, call those orders in. You give your VAs the tracking numbers to put on eBay, and boom, the shit's done. You know. So yeah,
Near
but
Christmas.
I'm really looking to get into the real estate game a lot more. That's
Yeah,
direction I'm leaning.
I hear there's like good money in that, especially right now,
Hmm.
you know?
And if you don't have credit, say you don't have credit, you can still get what's called a hard money loan from a private investor. Okay.
Yeah.
You go to somebody and say, okay, lend me 30,000, and in 4 months I'll give you 50,000 back. You'll make a $20,000 profit. You can do it like that as well. So you don't
Yeah,
have to
I
always have good credit.
I always thought about like buying like those.
What happened, Jules? You cut out.
Oh, because somebody was trying to call my phone. I had to exit off it. But yeah, I was saying I always like thought about buying up like those fixer uppers, and just I do an awful lot of stuff myself anyway, so and if I can't do it, like roofing stuff or whatever, like I got a friend who owns his own company, he'd do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You could always find people that will have your back and work with you and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
You know, during the virus, obviously real estate took a hit, but I learned a lot of what I know from Ben Mala. If you look up Ben Mala on YouTube, he's got like 300,000 subscribers. He grew up poor in New York City. Nowadays, he's worth like $250 million. So go to Ben Mala on YouTube. I'll spell his name out in the chat for you, and it'll pop right up. He usually does live streams once a week too, but he spits so much knowledge, in his videos about, like, he owns like supermarket shopping centers. He owns Home Depot shopping centers. He owns hotels,
Wow,
houses, everything.
that's great.
Yeah. So you will learn a lot. This is his name. Oh no, I misspelled it. My bad. Let me retract that. Um, Ben Ma. Type that into YouTube. It'll pop right up, and or you can watch like Gary Vaynerchuk. Um, you can watch Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin's very big into like real estate. Who's the other one? What the heck is his name? I can't think of it, but he did a collab video with Ben Mala. But
Mhm. That is kind of
yeah,
weird, Irish. I never heard of that, trade houses.
I feel you, Kim. Absolutely. That's why having side hustles is where it's at.
Right. All right, you guys. I gotta get ready to go out and get the wee ones because it's 3 o'clock. But I appreciate all of you guys too for coming and hanging out during all this crap we had to listen to and find out today.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, you guys will all keep little Harry's family in your prayers. Because
Mm-hmm.
clearly, they're gonna need that, big time.
Yeah.
But it's definitely tough for sure. I'll if I hear anything like, any details or whatever, I'll post it on the community page. So that way everybody can, kind of keep up to date at least, So
Yeah. Let me drop down. Thank you everybody that was here today for joining us. Appreciate it as always. We will be back next week for another banger. Uh, Today was a sad day. Yes, absolutely a sad day. Prayers for the family. We will get more details that we could speak about on next week's stream. But for
mhm.
now, I'm out. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Don. Thank you, you guys. And hopefully you guys have a better day. If anybody needs either Sean or I, again, you can always message us on Instagram. But I appreciate you guys. Have a safe day.